Irish eyes were definitely smiling on young Brian Steele. If you had told him he was going to be a doctor, he would have given you that puzzled look. Brian attended medical school at Queen's University in Belfast, but by his own admission, he's a doctor by default. When his high school teacher was handing out the forms for university, all that was left was medicine.
We had very poor career counselling in those days, but I landed into medicine. I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no one else in the family who had really done medicine, so it wasn't for the right reasons, but I was very happy with the choice right from the beginning.
Brian was captain of the cross-country team at Queen's University in Belfast. Good training for a doctor who was destined to be on the run 24/7, providing kidney care for children in Hamilton and surrounding area.
I've never met anyone who would spend hours and hours talking to the patient, to families, including nights, weekends.
When I came to Hamilton, I knew that I was going to be the only one doing children's kidney disease, so I knew what I was getting into.
Dr. Steele gave more than his time. Many of his young patients can tell you he gave them back their lives.
I know I was really sick. I know I couldn't do sports. I couldn't go to school. A lot of that's changed. I play a lot of sports, a lot of hockey, soccer, sometimes golf. I'm good at school. I'm doing good in school. My health has really increased. It's great.
I think the biggest thing, and I think that he really emphasized that with the residents that he taught, was listen to the family, listen to the mothers. The mothers know those children so well. So if something isn't right and the mother is saying it, you listen to them.
I think his personality and his personal care and the fact that he sees you as a person, not just as a patient, and he makes you almost feel like you're part of his family.
I mean, I would take a simple attitude that I would want that child treated the way that I'd want my own child treated.
And so, Dr. Steele always went flat out for his young patients, especially at Camp Dialysin in MacTier.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around.
He'd arrive and his patients and other patients would just be like so happy that he got there and arrived and would be participating with us in all the activities.
It was a break for the parents for sure, and the kids got an opportunity to meet others who had similar problems, and they learned from that. They learned about coping with the disease, they learned about the medications, and I felt that was very worthwhile.
The success stories there's so many of them. I think that overall, I think we gave the best care ever under his care.
Even though I was the only doctor responsible for children's kidney disease, I relied very heavily on nurses who understood those diseases. They understood the way that they should be treated. They understood how I did it. There were other people, a social worker, a nutritionist. That group of people were responsible for the difficult patients, for the chronic patients, and I couldn't have done it without that.
I think like when you're young, you don't think, oh, I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Sometimes children didn't make it. He was extremely supportive of children and their families at these extremely difficult times. He would spend 24 hours a day in the hospital.
And when it was necessary to fight the establishment, Dr. Steele could use an iron fist. When officials learned a 17-year-old patient who was about to get a new kidney didn't qualify under St. Joe's new age restrictions, Dr. Steele stepped into the fray.
Brian said, the hell with the policies, treat the kid, just do it, get it over with, forget about all this crap, just do it. And that's what we ended up doing. And I think that this just represents how strongly he felt about the best care for these kids, and that he would put his shoulder behind it, and he would push for the best care for that child and that family.
And that's all Dr. Steele ever wanted.
He's a very, very special person. Brian is one of the most sincere physicians you can ever meet. He was not attached to financial gains. He was not attached to becoming a star. He was for his patients.
How could anyone have pictured this?
But I certainly did not plan to go into medicine. I did not know about medicine. It was a fluke, but I am grateful that it did happen.
Your many patients and their families are grateful too, Dr. Steele.
Thank you.